Alaska's Glacier Bay has fascinated naturalists and glaciologists for centuries. Named a national monument in 1925 and a national park in 1980, Glacier Bay today attracts more than 250,000 visitors a year. Just 200 years ago, the entire bay was covered by glacier ice. With the help of ground and satellite measurements, study of the recession of the glaciers of Glacier Bay, as well as in other areas, is providing us with important clues about changes in global climate. On a regular basis, thrilling visitors with the splash and thunder. Written records of the glaciers in Glacier Bay began with George Vancouver's visit in 1794. Ground observations beginning in the late 1800s and ground-based and satellite measurements in recent years have shown that many glaciers in and near Glacier Bay have been receding, some rapidly. When a glacier recedes, water from the melting ice is released into the ocean, and sea level rises. Though the greatest potential for sea level rise is from melting of the Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets, the small glaciers of the world, such as those in Glacier Bay, would contribute to a sea level rise of about 0.6 of a meter if they were to melt completely. Precise measurements of glacier changes may be made by ground-based surveying. The late glaciologist William O. Field began photographing and measuring glaciers in Glacier Bay in 1926. Many of the glacier terminus positions mapped by Field and his colleagues are shown on the map of Glacier Bay prepared by the National Park Service. Glacier work in the early part of this century was even more difficult and hazardous than it is today. Scientists had to row through iceberg-laden water to reach many of the glacier fronts. Detailed measurements in Glacier Bay, made by Field and others, have provided an excellent description of the dates and magnitude of changes in the glacier. terminate on land. Land that is uncovered as glaciers recede permits plant and animal life to appear and flourish. Ice field, having been cut off from a source of nourishment. Still, other glaciers have been in equilibrium or advancing. Some, like the Johns Hopkins, have stopped their retreat and have advanced during the period covered by the satellite record. Also, the Lamplugh, Reed, Margery, and Grand Pacific glaciers are all advancing at this time. The nearby Brady Glacier has been advancing since 1794. However, the major feature of Glacier Bay is the large-scale retreat of its tidewater glaciers in both Muir and Tar Inlets. Tidewater glaciers, like the Muir and the Margery, terminate in the sea. Tidewater glaciers follow their own cycles that are independent of short-term climate changes. There are also non-tidewater glaciers near Glacier Bay, many of which are receding. Recession of non-tidewater glaciers in the area is probably due to amelioration of the regional climate. Meteorological data from the nearby stations at Juneau, Sitka, and Yakutat show a tendency toward an increase in average summer air temperature since about 1940, when the meteorological record began. Combining the extensive records of explorers beginning in the late 18th century with more recent efforts of glaciologists and computer scientists, a wealth of information has been obtained about the deglaciation of Glacier Bay, Alaska. As these glaciers and others continue to change, or if they remain stable over time, the satellite record will permit assessment of the impact of changing climate on the glaciers. and many of the non-tidewater glaciers are excellent indicators of regional climate and climate change.